So it's been a while since I did a rant. A long while actually. The last and only time I ever did a rant was the video how to really play Risk of Rain 2. And you know what? I still love that video to this day because it has that 2022 autistic Kayn twang to it. I mean, not to say that much has changed since then, but you get the idea. Basically, in that video, I incoherently mumbled about how I don't like elitism in the Risk of Rain 2 community. In that video, I did mention a few YouTubers, but the main one we're talking about today is Woolie. Now, recently speaking, Woolie is under fire from the community. Mainly because he's a conservative, and he called the devs for the sequels of the Storm DLC retards. And after some time has passed, he made a video where he's doubling down on his beliefs. And while I don't like these types of response videos, he is completely in the right here. Now, before you dump faggots in the comment section and accuse me of being a Woolie fan and I'm just supporting him, let me tell you something. I would not recommend Woolie's content to anyone. All he does is just goofy max and screams when he dies in a video game.
Oh! He's not even moving. Why is he not moving? No! No! What?
And also the fact that he has the sense of humor of a 10-year-old.
Oh, man. Wait for it, wait for it.
I mean, I suppose he makes insightful guides, but that's really all he has going for him. With all that said, by principle, I will support him. Now, you may be asking, why is Woolie in the right here? Well, let's look at the facts. While I don't agree with Woolie liking Asmongold, as I personally do not like him, I think that Asmongold is 100% correct with the Islam situation. The funniest thing about Islam is that it goes against leftist beliefs. Let's see here. The fundamentalists? Check. They are against LGBT rights? Check. Them being against women's rights and wanting them to stick to a more traditional role? Check. But I suppose since Muslims are Arab and they hate Christianity, I guess they get a pass from leftists. One more thing before I move on from this political bullshit. Woolie did a heels versus babyface.
Pronouns! Did they actually add... Oh my gosh! It's a medieval era video game! Dude! It's a medieval fantasy game!
I'll be fair with the Woolie haters here. While I agree with Woolie here by principle, he didn't need to overreact like that. Of course, I'm not saying it's okay, it's not, it's propaganda, but I've seen way worse than pronouns when it comes to woke shit in video games. Alright, moving on from that political bullshit, let's talk about how he called the devs retards.
So far, that I didn't get in range in time to kill him before he stole my abilities. And then the very next attack that he did after he stole my abilities was laser beam. Do we have brains at Gearbox? You guys are retarded. Gearbox. Retards, dude. Who thought this was balanced? Who? Oh, here, that is the level of incompetency that we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. Like, how does that pass QA? There was no QA. That's the only answer. There was no QA. That's it. It is unbelievable. Like, there's no excuse for that. There's really not. Like, was that an issue because of time crunch? Is that a publisher issue? No, that's the devs being morons, dude. That's the devs being completely incompetent.
In both of these clips, Woolie is 100% right with no flaws or discrepancies whatsoever. Let's look at the code for the DLC real quick. While I am no game designer, the code here just does not make sense. And this isn't me cherry picking, look at all these blunders. Now, the biggest blunder we all know is FPS being tied to game physics. Now, I'm pretty sure that's Gaming Design 101 to not do that. And yes, while they did fix it later, There's just no excuse. Like, on release, how do you mess that up? I am sick and tired of the excuse that game developers are not complicit with the shitty code and games that they produce. It's asinine to say that all game developers are just like you and I and that they would never, ever create a bad product. I mean, the fact that they take 2 months just to announce that they're reworking all but one item is just ridiculous. And according to the devs, they claim that they were working on this for a very long time.
The team has been working on Seekers of the Storm for a while now. Words can't express how excited we are for everyone to hop in on August 27th.
Now, of course, I have no idea how long they've been actually working on it, but let's just say a year. During that year, you just didn't do any testing with your product? And when they released Dev Diary 3, I knew something was off.
How much flight time you're comfortable with can be a bit of a challenge. I'd avoid flinging yourself into a horde of enemies after you just took a lengthy sojourn. Once your healing starts to take off,
I mean, look, I can make an entire anthology of why this dev team is fucking horrible, but I'll save that for another time. Also, in Woolie's video, he fat-shamed, quote-unquote.
Just about me being overweight, which I'm well aware of. And if I'm being honest, they don't really bother me. But I'll tell you what does, when you get the reason wrong. So listen closely. I'm not fat because I eat too much. I'm fat because I eat the regular amount of things I enjoy.
You definitely eat too much, man. You can absolutely eat foods you enjoy without being fat. Quit making excuses, eat less, and you'll see the weight come right off.
Everyone thought Woolie was a dickhead for this. I just don't see it. All he said was just to eat, yes, because that does contribute to weight gain if you eat too much. And even if Woolie called this guy a fat, lord subhuman, he would still be right. And I know from experience, being fat contributes to health problems. It doesn't take a fucking elementary school degree to know that. Now, of course, I'm not saying that you should just be like Woolie and just fucking gym max, but you gotta look after your health, man. And everyone from Reddit to Discord has been calling Woolie a fucking loser for having these opinions. I mean, wow, how insightful. Being fit and having a lovely family? That's totally what a loser would do. But going on Discord and Reddit just to off-topically complain about Woolie's beliefs? That's what a totally mature and awesome dude would do. I'm getting off topic. Anyways, I'll do you hating a solid and not even make fun of your appearance or your relationship status, because it's really pointless to do so. Because people watching Woolie and hating on him right now are all 3 out of 10 incels. So there's really no fucking point to it. I'll do you guys another solid and even side with you when he defended Dr. Disrespect. I mean, not because I hate him as a person and a content creator, but because he looked guilty when it happened and he even admitted it. I mean, I haven't seen much news about him because I really don't care about the situation, but I'll side with the Woolie haters on this one, not only because does he seem guilty, but I'll throw a pity bone at the Woolie haters for being retarded. I mean, even Woolie admitted that he didn't like him as a person, but only as a content creator. Alright, I don't want this video to be too long because I want to get back at being an awesome gamer, but I'll leave it at this. Woolie, if by some Christmas miracle you're watching this video, just do what you gotta do to support your family, and do not give any more of these attention like you and I did. To the Woolie haters, you can do whatever you want, comment, dislike, unsubscribe, or share it to your favorite Discord or Reddit or whatever the fuck you use. I really don't care. Now if you excuse me, I gotta be an awesome gamer again, so I'll see you guys in the next video.